bringing back what the frequently asked questions. And today's edition, we're talking about peptides. I'm getting a bunch of questions about peptides. They are all the rage right now in June 2026. We'll see where they are by the end of the year and moving forward. I don't think they're going anywhere, but right now, I would not put it in my body. The research is not very strong, first of all. A really great podcast episode I listened to recently, breaking down a recent systematic review, which was published in the Hospital for Special Surgery journal where I used to work when I started my career in 2008, so long ago, almost 20 years. Basically showing that peptides in general are incredibly difficult to prove that they're doing anything. The biggest thing for me, and that everybody talks about, is making sure you're sourcing. If you are going to go down that road, make sure your sourcing is incredibly trustworthy. There's all sorts of terrible stories I've heard from people not exactly understanding what's happening. Now, another statement I like that I'm going to throw into this conversation is exceptional claims require exceptional and incredible evidence and support. And again, one person saying, oh, I injected it into my rotator cuff tear, whatever, there's the Wolverine peptide combo, and I injected into my rotator cuff tear and now it's fixed. Now on the MRI, there's no tear. Great. What else is that person doing? What can we really say was that one thing that did that? And that's, again, one case. That person might be very fit, have good genetics, all sorts of things that you might not have all of those same benefits and possibilities. And so I always look at it as risk reward. If I had a certain tear or injury or something limiting me, I would definitely investigate it further. The cost becomes prohibitive as well, on top of the risks. So a lot of things to think about. If you have thoughts about peptides, if you've had experience with peptides, there's a lot there. I just wanted to get that out there. But basically my advice to anyone considering it is lead with a lot of caution. At this point, the research isn't strong enough to really support it. If you're an athlete, almost all peptides, including BPC 157 is the most popular one. I think it stands for Body Protective Complex, or maybe the C stands for something else. Anyway, it's interesting how they get named that. I was listening to that in that Mike Reinold episode. But yeah, that is banned by almost every sports organization, only because of, I think, the risk factors, right? So bottom line is, if it can help you, consider it. But I'm not convinced that it's going to do anything. Like I said, I would not put in my body any major peptides yet. So keep an eye out.